Welcome to the day 20 vlog of the Light Body Activation course, 21 Days of Refinement with Nithya Shanti. On day 20, a takeaway that I wish to share with you is from a book reading we did a few days ago. And the book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm aware that many of you may be familiar with this book, and you may have inculcated many of his techniques as well, and you have discovered that it is truly life-changing. What I wish to do is share my takeaway from the book reading and how it caused a fundamental shift in how I look at habits. The biggest takeaway for me was the difference between outcome-based habits and identity-based habits. Outcome-based habits look at, I am the person who wants this. Identity-based habits look at, I am the person who is this. And I thought that is so fascinating, because the goal then is not to become a book reader, but to simply read. The goal then is not to become a marathon runner, but to simply run. It is subtle and simple and yet so profound. A few things that my teacher shared during the course of the session helped me make the shift at an even deeper level. And that is in terms of those two things. Decide the type of person you want to be, and then prove it to yourself bit by bit with small wins. The Light Body Activation course, as you realize, is a 21-day program. It runs for 3 hours every day from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. India time. So this meant that I had to be awake every day at least by 3:30 p.m., showered and ready to be fully present and engaged in my course that was beginning at 4 a.m. So in hindsight, this seems like atomic habits were already at play, because I was not focusing on what I want or focusing on I need to have this. If I have been able to do it successfully 19 of these days, that means I was focused on who I wanted to become. So if I look at my notes here, it clearly says the first step of developing atomic habits is to understand that it is not about the how, it is really about the who. It is not about having something, it is really about becoming someone. So that's my takeaway that I wanted to share with you on day 20. The power of identity-based habits versus outcome-based habits. So the next time I find myself looking at what is this habit that I want to change, I know for sure that I'm going to be inclined and oriented towards who do I want to become in this process, rather than what is this thing that I want to have. And that may be the biggest shift for me in terms of not just inculcating habits, but staying with those habits, being committed to them, and being consistent with them. I'm really looking forward to day 21, because in a sense, it feels like summiting a mountain. It feels like summiting a mountain of perhaps limiting beliefs, of unknown discoveries, and of a road less traveled that I had no idea about before I began this journey. I'm very excited, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Until then, I send you all love and light. Bye for now.